What is up, crypto community? Welcome back to another video and thank you for joining me. As always, I give away $10 in XRP every day on the channel. To enter the giveaway, just like the video, subscribe with notifications on, and comment anything in the YouTube comments below. Winner in the video description from yesterday. I want to talk about the consequences of Asia leading the blockchain regulatory sphere. The Bank of International Settlements head president has said crypto has lost the battle to fiat currency. I'm going to show you that. And then some stuff about Gary Gensler and this regulatory BS. If you want $41 guaranteed for free, sign up with Webull, deposit a penny, and you can get up to $3,000 in free stock shares. Now, typically you'll just get $40 to $300, but it's a great offer just for signing up, depositing a penny. You're guaranteed a minimum stock value of $41. Sell your stocks, close your account, do whatever you want, but don't miss out on this great offer. It does end soon. Link in the video description below. So let's hop into it, guys. With new innovations and technologies emerging all the time, one of the biggest challenges facing crypto and blockchain as an emerging technology is this issue of energy consumption. We see it all the time with people talking about Bitcoin. However, there's other cryptocurrencies that are much more energy efficient, such as XRP. Now, on May 8th of 2018, Gary Khan, his last name's Khan, that should just tell you everything. A former Goldman Sachs executive and advisor to former US President Donald Trump, he made a bold prediction about the future of crypto. Gary Khan said that he believed the world would eventually have a global cryptocurrency, but he said that it wouldn't be Bitcoin. Instead, he suggested that this global currency would not be based on mining costs or costs of electricity, just like XRP. Khan's comments are particularly relevant for energy efficient cryptos like XRP, Quant, now Ethereum. Unlike Bitcoin that relies on mining, XRP uses a consensus algorithm. This is the big innovation of XRP, and it requires significantly less energy. This makes it much more environmentally friendly, sustainable, and scalable. Now, the implications of what Gary Khan said, this is a former Goldman Sachs executive. He worked for President Donald Trump. Big influence behind his words. The idea of a global cryptocurrency is pretty exciting to me, and it has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about money and finance. However, the energy consumption required by many cryptocurrencies is a major barrier to scalability and just general adoption, in my opinion. Speaking of cryptocurrencies, if you guys need a spot to buy XRP, I recommend Uphold. It's my go-to exchange for digital assets. It's safe, it's sleek, it's secure. If you need a spot for digital assets, check out Uphold in the video description below. Now, in addition to energy efficiency, XRP has a bunch of other benefits, guys. Not only is it fast, not only are the transaction fees slow, which those two alone, fast times, low fees, make it a popular choice for cross-border payments, but it also has the potential to revolutionize the global financial system by making transactions faster, cheaper, and more accessible. Now, take a listen to this clip of the consequences of the US being led by Asia for regulatory clarity on blockchain. Break it down, guys. I got 7 key factors that we can deduce from this. The first one is just a loss of innovation leadership. Asia has been taking the lead in development of blockchain technology, particularly in countries like China and Japan. If the USA fails to keep up with regulatory clarity, it could fall behind in the innovation race, and it could lose its leadership position in this emerging technology sector of the blockchain. Second biggest thing, reduced investment, right? Investors and businesses are more likely to invest in areas and jurisdictions where there is regulation. Why would an investor put their money where there's a lot of uncertainty? If the USA lags behind in regulatory clarity, it may become less attractive to investors, which obviously would stifle innovation and hinder economic growth. Third thing is reduced consumer protection, right? Without regulatory clarity, we have things like the FTX exchange, like BlockFi, like Celsius, where investors lose their money. Without clear rules, guidelines, consumers could be vulnerable to these scams and frauds. That's one of the positives that comes from regulation. Missed opportunity for cryptocurrency adoption, number 4, right? When you stifle innovation, you're missing an opportunity to adopt the next largest asset class. There could be more criminal activity, right? Just like what we saw with FTX. Blockchain technology is not immune to criminal activity, such as money laundering and terrorist financing. And without clear regulations, it's going to be more difficult to prevent and to prosecute and find these guys. And then the last two are limited interoperability and increased fragmentation. Blockchain networks, they got to be able to interoperate together to achieve full potential. And if different countries have different regulations, then how are we going to be interoperable in this global network? And increase fragmentation, right? Without regulation, there's going to be a lack of standardization. And without standardization, how can we have interoperability? That's why ISO 222 is so important, because it's a standardized set of messaging rules. Now guys, to wrap this up, I want to talk about the statements from the Bank of International Settlements chief. Okay, you see a picture of him here. Very big guy. All right, take a listen to the clip.
A vision of the future monetary system, a unified programmable ledger. Give us a sense of why and what the vision hopes to achieve eventually.
What we want is to lay the ground, the infrastructure for a modern financial system. Now, the technology is moving very fast. We have a very solid foundation, so the idea is basically to use that solid foundation, incorporate the new technologies, and facilitate the development of a future financial system.
What gaps in particular are you trying to fill?
Well, one, of course, is that financial system, as efficient as it is today, is still full of transaction costs, compliance costs too. So one very important motivation is to reduce those frictions as much as possible. The other thing is to onboard more people more easy. For example, one of the main issues related to lack of sufficient inclusion is that precisely transaction costs are very, very high. Therefore, to manage small payments or to give access to small firms, so small, medium-sized enterprises, or services to people in remote areas is still a major problem.
One of the priorities for the BIS in 2023 is to focus on stable coins, on CBDCs as well. I'm just wondering, in terms of regulation, what additional regulation do you foresee that's needed?
Well, in terms of, yes, cryptocurrencies need to be regulated. It is obvious now that it is necessary. Certainly aspects of consumer investment protection is very important. And well, of course, also focusing on the exchanges. The exchanges are key. How some of these activities interact with the traditional financial system. Some should be valid, some should be tolerated, and those are the ones we should regulate.
What do you think is impacting the views of central bankers the most right now when it comes to the crypto ecosystem? I mean, how much of it has to do with the FTX incident, for instance?
Well, you know, a few years ago, crypto assets and cryptocurrencies were in a way put as an alternative to fiat money. I think that battle has been won. Technology doesn't make for trusted money. The most important aspect is for these activities not to have a systemic impact. I mean, at the end of the day, if this grows dramatically and we have events like FTX, that at some point could have a systemic impact. And that's something that we want certainly to prevent.
India, which is hosting the G20, is pushing for greater regulation on cryptocurrencies. What conversations are you expecting at the G20, and where are they in those conversations?
I would say the most important body of the G20 that has to do with financial activities is the Financial Stability Board. The Financial Stability Board, where ministers of finance, regulators, central banks get together and they decide, I would say, the main rules of the game, I would say, for the international financial system. I anticipate a strong statement in favor of regulation.
Augustine Carson's speech had several implications. All right, limited mainstream adoption is the first one. The comments made by the Bank of International Settlements chief suggest that cryptocurrencies have failed to gain widespread adoption and acceptance as an alternative to fiat currency. This could limit the use and value of cryptos in everyday transactions and financial services. The second thing is regulatory challenges. The lack of mainstream adoption for crypto may result in challenges for regulators seeking to create appropriate frameworks to govern them, right? The more adoption there is, the more likely that we're going to have clear regulations. Third thing, obviously, decreased crypto prices. A statement like this saying crypto has lost and fiat has won obviously doesn't help with the demand for cryptocurrencies. Somewhat of a positive, increased competition between cryptocurrencies, right? With people in the traditional finance sector saying cryptocurrency has lost the battle to fiat currency, there may be potentially increased competition between different cryptocurrencies to attract investors and gain market share. This could lead to increased innovation and development in the crypto space as different cryptos seek to differentiate themselves. Two more things, guys. Increased focus on central bank digital currencies. The statement by the head of the Bank of International Settlements may contribute to increased interest in CBDCs as governments seek to maintain control, which is what the private CBDC ledger that XRP made does. To seek to maintain control over their monetary system and ensure the stability of their economies, this could result in increased investment in the development of CBDCs and increased adoption of these digital currencies in the future. And the last is continued debate over the future of cryptocurrencies. A statement like this from someone as powerful as the chief of the Bank of the International Settlements is likely to contribute to ongoing debate over the future of the role of crypto in the global financial system. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching, you made it to the end of the video. Comment BIS in the comment section below. That means you're one of my loyal supporters. Watching the full duration of the video really supports the channel. So every BIS I see below, thank you guys. God bless you. Have a great day. Until next time.